You guys are here to do something incredible. Run an average of a marathon a day over the course of 6 days. They're going to push beyond any perceived limits they've ever thought they've had. They're going to challenge themselves like never before. Success in this will be measured by what you walk away saying, wow, I can't believe I learned that about myself. This is one of the most incredible things they will ever experience in their life.
Welcome to Ashley's webcam. It's the Bolivian flag! So here we are at the Chilean border, just about to cross over into Bolivia. Kind of looks like a cross between Arizona and Mars.
The Altiplano is the second largest mountain plateau in the world, reaching an average elevation of 12,000 feet. The vast and lifeless region of the High Plains is the Salar de Uyuni, where the Youth Ambassador's journey begins. It is the largest salt flat in the world and the flattest place on Earth.
Essentially, we set out with a goal to accomplish 250 kilometers across Bolivia, across the Salar.
2, 1,
My whole life I've been looking for challenges, I guess. So I thought, why not just try it and show everyone that someone that could run a 10K can do 200 kilometers.
I didn't really think this whole thing through when I applied for it. It's a chance to see the world. That's why I want to do the whole thing, is to see the world.
No pensamos que en total eran 200 kilómetros, sino que eran 3 días, 40 kilómetros.
People told me that I was going to end up in some third world country hospital and on my deathbed, and I'm going to injure my legs and I'm never going to be able to run again. And so I kind of wanted to go on this expedition and say that here I am, a 17-year-old, I'm not an ultra-marathoner, and that I can do this.
Both the Americans and the Canadians have been traveling now for days. I mean, it feels like a week. And in that time, we've had very little sleep. It's been, you know, packing gear, getting on planes. And we went from sea level yesterday to about 6,000 feet of altitude, and then reached a peak today of a little over 15,000 feet of altitude.
Jessica and I went for like maybe a 50-meter jog, and we felt really good. And then when we got back to the car, we're like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Oh, is this the border?
Are we here? Migration office. That's where we'll be.
Yep, right here.
Yay, the Salar de Uyuni. One fox, one big desert.
There was this air of almost overconfidence, I'd say, you know. And then when we started the drive to Uyuni and got into the high altitude, everybody was getting sick.
Oh no! We have an nosebleed! Oh no!
Here, should we get
First emergency!
Yeah, hey, someone grab Doc.
Brandon got a nosebleed there if you want to tell Doc.
And some of the youth ambassadors were really suffering.
Dropping like flies.
Exactly. And Bob and I were actually we were concerned. You know, we take every precaution possible to make these expeditions as safe as possible. But still, I mean, these are difficult. These are expeditions. These are not trips.
We think that Barbara just fainted due to dehydration, and so we're going to be drinking a lot more now. And also because we're at such a high elevation, it's easier to be dehydrated.
Power Rangers. Power Rangers. Her eyelids started to blink really heavily, and then all of a sudden she kind of started to stumble, and she grabbed the table a little bit, but All of a sudden she started to go down and she kept on going down.
Just right in front. Can someone speak Spanish? Barbara? How are you feeling? You fainted? Yeah, her pulse is a bit... just a vasovagal.
They just lay her down and gave her a couple of minutes and she woke up with a smile on her face.
Barbara, ¿cómo estás?
Bien?
Bien? Yeah, she's bien. She's good.
She's a trooper. She is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Right away, we were seeing the signs of altitude sickness and wondering, God, how are these youth ambassadors gonna even come close to completing the daily goal of a marathon a day?
How are you, Ashley?
Hi, good.
Woo!
We're still going.
What about you, Brandon?
I feel awesome.
Getting nervous. We have reached the Salar.
Ashley, how are you feeling?
Not very good.
We're almost at 30 kilometers on day 1, and we're all feeling it. Our feet hurt, we're kind of tired. And Brandon just got a random nosebleed.
Yeah. It was expected.
This is your second one, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's your 30K for today.
The goal was 40K. Today they got 30 in. There was a lot of water on the salt flats today, which made travel slow. The terrain is going to change. It's going to become hilly. It's going to get physically a lot more difficult, so I think it's going to be that much more fun.